Hi, I'm Kat and I play Red. For us, one of the first modern board games we played was Carcassonne. Nice, simple tile laying game. And Alhambra as well. And from that respect, a lot of the modern tile laying games haven't excited me because I like to go back to the classics and back to the originals. This was recommended to me, this game, and I wasn't convinced, and I took a chance and I loved it. So we are looking at the tile laying game Akropolis. This is designed by Jules Mersaud. It's available from a wide range of publishers. This is the Gigamic version, depending on where you are in the world, will depend who's produced it. Let's have a look at it. At the heart of the Mediterranean, rival cities seek wealth and glory. The most talented architects in ancient Greece stand ready to achieve this goal. Build housing, temples, markets, gardens and barracks so you can grow your city and ensure it triumphs over the others. Raise its prestige with harmonious planning and enhance it by building plazas. Stone is an essential resource, so don't neglect it. You'll need quarries so you can build high and score even higher. First thing you need to do is sort the tiles by player count. So we're playing 2-player, so we have the 2+ tiles here and we have the rest, all just out to the side. The 3+ and 4+ are out of the game. You're going to create 11 stacks. They're either going to be 3, 4 or 5 in a stack, depending if you're playing 2, 3 or 4 players. The rest of the tiles make up the starting market. Each player takes a starting tile and a number of stone according to their player placement. The first player gets 1, second player gets 2, and so on. So I'm going to start with 1 stone. At the start of each round, there should always be a number of tiles equal to player count plus 2. So we're set up for 2 players, so we have 4 tiles in the market. In your turn, you will choose a tile, possibly pay for it, and place it into your city. The first tile in the display is free. The second one will cost you 1 stone. The third one will cost you 2, and so on. All stone cubes are placed back into the supply. If you don't have any stone available to you, you're going to have to take the first one in the display. Now, there are 3 types of construction hex. We have districts. These are the coloured hexes. So these will give you points if they're placed correctly into your city. There's 5 different colours and each has a different scoring mechanism, which is on your player guide here. And we'll have a look at those in a bit more detail in a minute. We then have quarries, which are these blank white spaces. While they don't score you anything, they will allow you to gain stone. When you cover a quarry hex with another hex, you will gain stone for each blank space you cover. And lastly, we have plazas with the stars here. These will multiply the points you gain for districts at the end of the game. So this will multiply your temple score by 2, and this one here will multiply your housing score by 1. These are cumulative, so this and this would give me a multiplier of 2 for my housing. and they don't need to be adjacent to the district they score. When you place a tile into your city, there are a couple of rules you must follow. So let's have a look at the display and what I might want. I've got one stone, so I could potentially take this one, but I'm actually going to take the first tile here for free. So when I place, it must be next to another tile. At least one edge must touch. So I could do that if I wanted to. However, I'm actually going to place that there. When you layer tiles, you can't place directly on top of another tile. But I could, however, put that there. At which point I've actually covered 3 quarries and I'd gain 3 stone. Now, if you're on a higher level, your districts will score extra. So let's pop this one here and let's grab this one. And that isn't how I'd place, but it's a good example. So this would be worth 1 and this would be worth 2. I'm not going to score anything at the moment because I don't have Green Plaza. If you're on level 3, it's going to be worth 3. You can only go as high as level 3. So let's pop those back for now. I've taken that tile. Rob is going to take a tile. Which one are you going to take, Rob? That one. So now I have a choice of these two. Oof, I don't really like either of them. But I don't want to be paying stone just yet. So I am going to pop that, oops, there. Now there's only one tile left in the market, so a new round is going to start. We're going to move this tile up, take a stack and place it, and the first player marker would go to Rob. The game will end when there's only one tile left in the display from all of these ones here. So let's just do a couple of rounds and then we can show you how scoring works. So Rob, would you like to take a tile? You'll take that one. I quite like that one, so I'm going to pay my 1 stone and take this, which is going to go there. Take a tile, Rob. That one? That one? Which one? Ooh, that one. So 1 tile left. We move it up and place 3 more. So I have no stone at the moment, which sucks. I'm going to take this tile, however, and I'm going to place it here. Now that gives me 3 stone, which gives me more choices going into the next round. So Rob's going to take that tile. I'm going to say you're going to take that one, Rob. I'm going to take this and place that there. I have to pay 1 for it, but I'm covering 3 quarries, so I get 3 stone. So let's have a look at what we're trying to achieve with these tiles. So we have the blue districts. These are houses and they will score you for the largest group together because they're housing, people like to hang out together, so they like to be close. So at the moment I only have 2 because I've got that. However, I've actually got a 4 times multiplier, so my 1 little blue space there is actually worth 8 points, which isn't too bad. The yellow districts here are shops. Now, traders don't like competition with other shops, so they have to be next to no other shops. The red here are barracks. The soldiers protect your city borders, so they like to be on the edge of the city. So at the moment, if I had a red plaza, these barracks would score me. Purple are the temples, and these like to be completely surrounded by other tiles. And the green, which I spoke about briefly, green will always score you. They can be next to each other, next to anything else. They can be enclosed, not enclosed. They're parks, and everyone likes parks. So I'm going to build this up for a bit, and then we can have a look at scoring. I'm going to take this one, which cost me 1 stone, and this is why you want to keep on top of your stone. I'm going to place that there. These two, I don't know, because I don't like either of them very much. I'm actually going to pay 1. I'm going to get this blue scoring. I'm going to pop that there and take 2 stone. So we keep these moving, another 3. So the way it works is the first player will always get the first and last choice in a stack. I'm actually going to go big here, and I'm going to pay 3 for this one at the end and start getting my blue score up. So I'm going to place that there. That's actually going to give me 3 stones, so it's not terrible. So now my blue is worth 2, 4, 5, and that would actually be multiplied by 5. So even though it's a very small area, points wise, it's not too bad. This red is going to be 3 and 1 multiplied by 2, so again, not terrible. So play will continue. Let's grab some more tiles. I didn't pay for that, look, me being naughty. Rob's going to take a tile, and then we restock, and I become first. Why is it when I do this I always get rubbish tiles? I don't know, it's interesting. Now this one is going to cost me 3. It's a lot, which I don't want to spend right now. So do you know, I might just take this, score some more blues. I get to enclose that purple there. So that will now score me at the end of the game because it's totally enclosed. Play will continue until we have 1 tile left in the display, and then we'll move on to game end scoring. So, by the miracle of editing, we have a finished town here. So, and we've got a nice little score pad here. What you're going to do is count up the number of stars you have. So blues, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we'd pop 6 there. And we're going to multiply that. This is my biggest blue. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So that would be 6 times 11. So my housing would score 66. Moving on to my yellow, my traders, I've got 2 times 3, 4, 5. Now these are together, so neither of them score me anything at all, which is a bit sad. So what have we got? 3, 4, 5 times 2, so that would be 10. The reds, that still has 1 open edge, so that will count. So that would be, let's count the stars first. 2, 4, 6 times 3, 5, 7, 8. My purples, this one isn't surrounded, however that one and that one is. So 2 times 1, 2, 3. And then my greens, I've actually got 6 scoring for my greens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you're going to total those up. Each cube you have, each rock you have left at the end of the game is 1 point. Total that up for your grand total, and the player with the most wins. Now, let's say, generally I'd say I'm not a fan of tile laying games, but this for some reason has really caught my imagination. It's really nice, super quick and easy to set up and play, and it's easy enough that you can play it with anyone. Obviously, more advanced players are going to have better tactical choices. There's a few variations on the base game as well. I set it up for 2 players. We played with just the 2-player tiles. You can decide for a longer game to add all of the tiles and play with all, I think there's 61 tiles total, but you can add all of them in and play with all of them. There's also a slightly different scoring system, which is on the back of the card. So there's different things here. If your housing group is 10 or more, you're going to get extra points. Extra points if your shops are next to the yellow plazas. Extra points if your barracks have got empty spaces. Extra points if the purples are on a higher level. And extra points for the green if they're adjacent to a lake. Now, a lake is a big open space. It's very hard to do. You'd have to kind of have, I guess, something like this. That would be a lake because it's got the open gap, but then you wouldn't score the purple. So it's a double-edged sword, and even with the base game, it gets like that. You know you're going to place something. Sometimes you're going to be placing over the top of stuff and losing points, but it might get you more points. So it's definitely a balance. It's a very clever little game. Let's say it plays well at all player counts. It's a 2 to 4, plays between about half an hour or so. I've also been playing this a lot on Boardgame Arena. Slightly cheating because you can have the scores shown, so you know exactly how many plazas of each colour and how many hexes of each colour. So you can kind of cheat the system a bit on Boardgame Arena. You can also play with the scores hidden until the end, which is how the base game is done. It's not very expensive. It's got a nice storage solution. It's nice chunky tiles. We always appreciate a good chunky tile. Check it out. Say it's available now. We actually picked this up at Essen last year because I'd heard quite a bit about it. Have a look. Akropolis with a K. Obviously we approve. Available now. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, click like, subscribe, share, all that stuff. You guys know what you're doing better than me most of the time. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.